time to tell you a story than when I'm folding laundry. So stick around so I can tell you all about how my picture was stolen for a weight loss ad. Is that right, Yeti? That's right. Hello and welcome to this Vlogmas video. This is like a story time type video. I'm not sure I've ever done one like this, but we're trying something new and I'm inspired by one of the vloggers I tend to watch, Lisa Schwartz. She doesn't have any clue who I am. She has like, hold on. Oh my gosh, we're gonna leave this in. The front door just blew open and Yeti would have escaped. It would have been like a complete fiasco. So Lisa Schwartz does these storytime videos where like she folds her laundry and she's got like millions of subscribers. So why not steal from somebody who knows what they're doing? But if you are new here, hi, my name is Kim. I've lost more than 100 pounds and followed Weight Watchers as part of that journey. And in today's video, we're talking all about the time I was in Women's Day magazine. Here it is. That's me, my before picture and after picture. Yeah, let's get into it. And we're gonna fold some laundry too, because as a mom of two, I've got lots of laundry. So Facebook reminded me that that issue of Women's Day magazine came out 11 years ago. So this is the January issue of 2012. And never in my life did I expect to be in a magazine. But at that time, I was blogging. The blog still exists. You could go check it out if you wanted, if you really dug for it. And I was contacted by a writer, editor from Women's Day. And I kind of thought it was like a joke, you know? But it was a lot harder to like qualify things at the time. And they were just interested in featuring my weight loss story in the magazine. So I agreed. I was like, okay, this is cool. And like part of me was hoping that like it would kind of help my blog blow up. I was really into these like healthy living blogs where it was basically a bunch of skinny white women being like, look, I eat oatmeal all the time and I put like butternut squash and everything and I like, you can be skinny too. And like, they just make it look so easy, but they had just incredible access to, you know, like whole organic food, like just incredible privilege, just to like be very like broad in my description of those people. And I've always kind of felt like I just have never fit in. And I definitely like did not fit into that crowd. You know, like at that time, like Mark and I weren't like poor, but we weren't like as comfortable as some of these other people. We didn't have, I personally came from a pretty lower middle class family. So I just didn't have like that background, whatever. We're going to move on. We're moving on. But I said yes. I was like, maybe I'll be famous. Hashtag never famous. Not even almost famous. But I agreed to be in the magazine. And at that time, I was a pretty new mom. So the magazine came out in January 2012. Well, it's January 2012 issue. Came out in December 2011. I had Miles in July. So I was only like 3 or 4 months postpartum when they came to my house for the photo shoot. And so I was just like so terrified of looking terrible in the photos, not just because of like my postpartum body, but because Miles did not even come close to sleeping through the night at that time. Neither of my kids slept through the night until like a year old or longer. Miles was closer to 18 months. And I just would always get the worst sleep. And I was nursing at the time. So like Mark couldn't even help that much, but I was like, dude, like you're going to have to give him a bottle. Like I need my beauty sleep. But spoiler alert, no beauty sleep because like the craziest of crazy nights happen. So it's the night before the photo shoot. Mark is on board with helping me like get as much rest as possible. And all of a sudden we hear all this commotion outside and then a gunshot. Now we live in an older neighborhood, but like it's just like a normally like chill, quiet neighborhood. It is not dangerous by any stretch of the imagination. Just like we're just like regular people, okay? Regular people, regular neighborhood, older neighborhood in the city. Like we don't have a lot of crime in this particular area, although because it's older, like there are areas maybe half a mile from here, like on the other side of the street, where you might have some like more challenging neighborhoods. But so there's all this commotion. Somebody was chasing somebody. Somebody fired a shot. And guess what? Like caught the bullet? My car. So the night before the Women's Day photo shoot, my car like is shot. It did not go through the like car panel, but definitely dented. Car insurance does cover that. Fun fact. But it just felt like this really frustrating way to like start the night, like start the day. With like Women's Day, they came to my house. They sent a photographer, like a freelance photographer. They had hair and makeup people come. It was like such a treat because like at that point in my life, like I was not feeling the cutest. Again, like constantly covered in spit up, constantly like just holding a baby, whatever. And we did like 2 looks. I don't know if it shows, but like we did a look where it was like in jeans and boots because I remember the photographer asking me like, do you want to put socks on? I was like, I'm just standing here at the park. Like I don't need to wear socks with my boots. And then I wore this like more athletic outfit and I absolutely loved that like turtleneck from Under Armour. It was seriously like one of my favorite pieces of gear. I don't know what happened to it. I probably gave it away. Like Miles probably threw it up on it. But what was exciting is like, I was like the cover girl for like this little section, weight loss winners. Meet 3 women who each lost over 100 pounds and transformed their bodies and lives. Which like, I mean, I did feel like I had transformed at that point, but like looking back 11 years later, I don't think I really knew what it meant to lose that much weight. You know what I mean? All of the photos were shot at like a nearby park. It's where Yeti, do we go running there? Well, not running right now, but we go running there, right? Yeah. So it was really nice. Whose pants are these? Okay, these are size. I don't like it's Miles and Cy are so close in like body build that like I don't know whose clothes. Mark definitely doesn't know. Like I have to sort the laundry. Otherwise it like Mark will get confused. And I actually have a lot of size clothes right now because I had gone through some stuff. So like that was exciting. Like I'm in a magazine, you know, I had like some small hope that I was going to be on the cover, but freaking Valerie Bertinelli beat me out because you see a lot of these issues and like one of the weight loss winners is on the cover. But I mean, I think Valerie Bertinelli at one point lost a lot of weight. So I was not on the cover. By the way, Miles, when I was getting this magazine out for the video, said it looked like a tabloid magazine and then said that it was cool that I was in the magazine, but he did not like my hairstyle because I looked like a Karen. Yeah, that's right, Yeti. That's rude. Like random side note, like gotten frustrated with my hair lately and thought about chopping it off. So super exciting. Like people will comment on Facebook. Like I reconnected like with some people. I did have like a really negative comment from someone who knew my mom. If you've watched any of my videos about my like weight loss story and how my mom inspired it, it says a shocking wake up call. My mom was only 50 years old when she died in 2009. Cause was brain damage to oxygen deprivation, which was a direct result of her morbid obesity. She was too heavy to get on a scale, but her doctors estimated she weighed 600 pounds. At times, she had good intentions when it came to losing weight, joining a gym, or buying exercise DVDs. Actually, Like, I come from the generation it was VHS. But her efforts always seemed short-lived and became fewer and farther between as the years went by. And like, one of my frustrations has always been like, we could never talk about our weight. And like, now that I'm so removed, like, I just don't think we need to talk about people's bodies unless like they want to talk about them. Like, my mom didn't owe me anything. Like, she did not owe me a conversation about her weight. Although, like, I guess I could argue maybe she owed me like her health. I don't know. It's a tricky, complicated situation. But basically, like, one of her friends, like, just really didn't like the fact that I talked about it. And I've always been trying to be respectful. But I did discuss, like, my healthiest tips. I said to stay on track, I write out an entire day's worth of meals in advance, knowing exactly what I'm going to eat and when I'm going to eat it. I'm a lot less likely to have an ice cream cone when I already wrote down that I had half a cup of sorbet. I don't eat sorbet now. Like, what the hell was I talking about? Excuse the language. And then I talk about tell anybody your goal just to keep you accountable. So, like, you know, if you want to run a 5K, like, pick a 5K and then tell somebody that you're going to run a 5K so they can come cheer you on. But anyway, side note, that's what happens when you do storytime videos. It's all like just flow of consciousness. Is that stream of consciousness? As somebody who writes for a living, you would think I could use my words better. But so I guess you just want to be recognized and validated. And like, sometimes when weight loss is new, like, you can get a lot of negative attention or unwanted attention for your body. And I think I wanted some good attention and validation from people. Anyway, let's unpack that in therapy. But so months go by. I'm living my normal life. Miles is still not sleeping. Although at that point he had stopped nursing and was full on formula, which was amazing. Anyway, somebody on Facebook goes, "Hey, is this you?" I was like, "Does it look like me?" Yes. Like, the hair is kind of recognizable. Well, somebody had used my picture from the Women's Day photo shoot in a weight loss ad. So at that time, like, when it was one of those things that was really popular in Dr. Oz, or gotten featured on Dr. Oz, like Garson, I'm never going to be able to say it, began with a G. It was some kind of natural supplement extract that was like the new, like, weight loss, like, cure. Like, we all take this weight loss supplement, this natural herb, no side effects. We're just going to be skinny. And it had a testimonial from this girl named Christy. And Christy was a mom of 4. But she looked amazingly like me, even having my clothes and my Karen haircut. And so I sent it to Women's Day, and they're like, "Oh, this is not cool." Like, and I think at that time, because again, 2012, stealing photos and stuff was not as common. Like, I'm sure that now many creators have their photos stolen, their likenesses used in ways that they don't want. Even just their video content, I have heard. But back then, back in the olden days of 2012, it was not as common. Whose shirt is this? This is Mark's. By the way, I don't fold Mark's laundry. I only fold my children's, and then they have to put it away. So Women's Day said they were looking into it, trying to figure out what it was. But in the meantime, like, my picture was used multiple times in these weight loss ads. And I guess I should feel good that, like, somebody wanted to use my picture. Like, "Hey girl, you look good enough. Like, let's use you." But it was really upsetting because I would never promote that kind of stuff. I have not really ever taken any kind of supplement. It's just, some of that stuff doesn't work. Actually, a lot of it doesn't work. And what if you does work, when you stop using it, you gain the weight back. It is not a foolproof weight loss solution. And so, like, periodically, I would just get my friends asking me, like, "Is this you?" "No." "Did you use this?" "Nope." Like, sorry to burst your bubble. Like, this is not me, like, promoting that product. They just have taken my image. My understanding of it is that it was overseas companies that are really hard to track. that are not subject, you know, to US laws, or like they were using IP addresses that were really hard to track. And so it was really just like, you're going to have to live with it. And eventually, obviously, it died out. They found people who were maybe more attractive, skinnier, whatever. That supplement's not a big deal. They found other people to use. So it's just kind of like the day that lived, like my 10 minutes of fame, 5 minutes of fame, whatever. And that story really didn't last long enough for me to fold much laundry, or I guess my kids just have too much. Too much. But if you have any questions about, you know, being in the magazine, I still have like that one copy. My grandma was super proud of it. There you go. That will end this episode of Vlogmas. Thank you for watching if you made it this far. Stay tuned for more fun Vlogmas content. And until next time, do something you love. By the way, P.S. hit that red subscribe button, turn on your notifications.